Hello, my dear students. Today I am going to tell you what happens in the poem The Heart of the Tree by Henry Cuyler Bunner. But before proceeding ahead, let me tell you something about the poet. Henry Cuyler Bunner, 1855 to 1896, was an American novelist and poet from New York who started his career as a clerk in an importing house and ended up being one of the prominent novelists. He was a journalist and poet who has written feelingly about the benefits of planting a tree. His poem describes the innumerable benefits of trees and shade and shelter they bring to our life. He claims that people who plant trees plan for a future and for people they do not know. On another level, planting a tree is a symbolic act of goodness, one from which many other acts of goodness will sprout. Although written over a century ago, the poem is very relevant in an age where rapid and reckless development and urbanization are taking their toll on the environment. Like this, he has written other short stories also, like Short Sixes in 1891, More Short Sixes 1893, and Zodiac Pine and Other Stories 1891, Love in Old Clothes and Other Stories 1896, Jersey Street and Jersey Lane 1896, and his other writings. Now I request all of you to please listen to the poem and then I will explain what is there in the poem. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. He plants a home to heaven anigh, for song in mother croon of bird, in hushed and happy twilight heard, the treble of heaven's harmony. These things he plants who plants a tree. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bud of days to be, and years that fade and flash again. He plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest heritage, the harvest of a coming age, the joy that unborn eyes shall see. These things he plants who plants a tree. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, and far-cast thought of civic good, his blessings on the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land. A nation's growth from sea to sea stirs in his heart who plants a tree. Planting a tree is always a great work for the mankind, but the poet has found out new ways to look at the plants and plantation. In his poem, The Heart of the Tree, he glorifies the act further, shows how a tree helps life on earth, and says that it has a direct connection to a nation's growth. All the three stanzas of the poem, The Heart of the Tree, starts with a refrain, with the poet asking what the man actually plants, who plants a tree. Then he chooses to reply it by himself and shows what a tree means to the humankind and to the nature, thus proving how great that man is. The rhythm is amazing. The rhyme scheme is AB, ABB, CC, AA for each stanza. This is a deviation from Spenserian stanza, which is also a 9-line stanza, and it has the scheme AB, AB, BC, BCC. So there is a slight difference in this and Spenserian stanza. Otherwise, it is written in that mode only. Though the language is simple, careful wordings makes the poem more expressive and obviously musical and attractive. The poem opens with the refrain which asks, what does he plant who plants a tree? And that sets the tone for the entire poem. We instantly realize that the poet is going to explain the usefulness of planting a tree. However, the poet himself answers by stating that the man plants a friend of sun and sky by planting a tree. A plant grows upwards and aims to reach the sun and the sky. So it is as if the sun and the sky get a new friend in a tree. Secondly, the tree needs sunlight and air to survive. And finally, the trees seem to absorb the heat and save the earth from scorching sun, giving an implication that the sun becomes friendly in presence of trees. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. The speaker now adds that the man plants a flag that flies freely in the mild breeze. The poet here compares the leafy branches of the tree to a flag and the stem to the beautiful shaft of the flag that stands tall. He plants a home to heaven, which is quite near to him. By planting a tree, the man plants a home for the sweet singing birds high in the sky, which are quite close to heaven. So he also keeps the earth habitable for birds and helps in maintaining the ecosystem and makes the place heavenly. In quiet and happy twilight, we can hear those birds chirping, which is harmonious to heaven's own tunes. In the entire first stanza of the Heart of the Tree, the poet accentuates the importance of trees in maintaining the holistic beauty of nature. Moreover, the use of words like heaven and I, heaven's harmony and towering high, is aimed at giving an impression that the work of planting a tree is indeed a heavenly and glorious deed. The finishing line of the stanza forms a logical whole with the opening line, one asking a question and the other completing the answer. The poet repeats the question to begin a new stanza and attempts to answer again in subsequent lines. The tree he plants provides us with cool shade and helps in bringing rain and seed and bud of days to be and years that fade and flash again. The tree will produce seed and bud in future. Years will pass silently, but the tree will remain there throughout and its seeds will produce new trees. Trees are the main elements which makes a plain area green and beautiful. So the poet describes trees as the glory of the plain. And a single tree may turn into a forest someday. So by planting a tree, he plants a forest heritage. He mentions that planting a tree today would give fruits in coming days. Our next generations would be delighted seeing so much vegetation and reap its benefits. So all the credit goes to the man who plants a tree. And he stresses on the importance of planting a tree for making this earth a better living place for future generations in the second stanza. Now we come to the third stanza. And in this stanza also he asks what does he plan to plants a tree, and he shows that he shows his love and loyalty for this earth, his sense of civic duty and his blessings on the neighborhood. All these things are reflected in the sap and leaf and wood in every cell of the tree. The man directly or indirectly contributes to the nation's growth when he plants a tree. When he plants a tree, he sets in motion the progress of a nation from sea to sea, and thus it is progressive throughout who plants a tree. The capitalization in his indicates that the man who plants a tree is all powerful and the destiny maker of a nation. He is considered as God. This last line is very important as it talks about the man's heart, his feelings, dreams, and wishes behind planting the tree. This also leads to the poem's title, The Heart of the Tree. Thus, we see that the poem is about the list of things that a person initiates when he plants a tree. Trees add beauty to the nature. It provides nest to birds. It ensures cool breezes. It provides shadows. And it is our natural heritage. They provide joy. And they are planted for future generation, for their goodness and for the country's development. So the person who plants a tree is a person with a heart for humanity. The title is apt because it enlists the advantages of planting trees. And he not only plants a tree but makes an addition to nature which one day the people of the world are going to enjoy. And it does not merely talk about the significance of the tree in our lives, but it also celebrates the heart of the person who plants a tree. It makes the reader aware that the tree is full of benefits, and the privileges that the tree provide to us are innumerable. And he shows how planting a tree is not just planting but much more. And he asks questions and then he himself answers. There is a rhetorical question. What does he plan to plant a tree? And this can also be used in a poetry. This is also a device to be used in poetry. When we all know what the answer can be, but still it makes us curious to know what answers the poet has provided in the poem. He says that he is a friend of sun, and that trees are a friend of sun and sky, flags of breezes free, shafts of beauty towering high, home to heaven, song and mother croon of bird, and hushed and happy twilight heard, cool shade and tender rain, seed and bud of days to be, glory of the plain, forest heritage, harvest of a coming age, joy that unborn eyes shall see, far cast thought of civic good, and holds all the growth of all our land. So we see that the trees have got innumerable benefits, and usually in all literature related to environment, pollution and related things are presented, and then as a way out of the doom of mankind and the planet, the plea is done for planting more and more trees and for saving the environment. The poet in this poem presents a person with a heart who cares for the planet and therefore plants trees. So the poet celebrates such men and points out that it is because of people like them that the world is still alive and progressing. Thank you so much for listening. Keep listening, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you. Bye bye.